Good morning.
Hey, man, Brandon Scott, my guy, man. Welcome back to the show. And you already know why you're here, man. That guy over there in the White House, I ain't going to say my president. I don't know who president it is.
Nurse, he's out again.
Like, what's happening? Help us out, man, Brandon Scott, understand what's happening. Why he throwing shots at Baltimore?
Well, listen, this isn't the first time and it won't be the last time, quick, but we have to understand the tactic, right? It's what they call flood the zone. Or if you're old here like us, it's a Jedi mind trick. The president divides everybody's attention. He just says things the English people are going to respond to. And it started, obviously, with taking over the D.C., the District of Columbia, threatening to take over their police, sending in the National Guard to say because, crime is out of control, as worse as it's ever been, when the reality is D.C. is as safe as it's been in the last 30 years, right? And for us here in Baltimore, through today's date, we have the fewest amount of homicides on record, right? That's 50 years. They've been keeping records for 50 years. But what the president then does is pull. This is what we're talking about when you hear me talk about sensationalism, right? Because you don't hear Mayor Bowser in D.C., you don't hear me, you don't hear Mayor Philadelphia or New York or Chicago, any mayor saying like, we have no crime. No, what we're saying is that we have less crime than we've had in decades and that we have to continue that work. But what the president and what some of his friends and some of his friends in media do is they take single events and sensationalize them and project them as being the norm, even if they are less. For example, his thing is about carjackings. Even if they are less carjackings, what they do is they take that one example, run it 20 times over again, push it to everybody's phone on Instagram, say the same thing on TV over and over, and then it gives people the perception that is more, right, by sensationalizing. When the reality is there's this less, and we can have even less if we continue the things that have been working, not just here in Baltimore, but in cities around the country. And make no mistake about it, every single city that the president mentioned yesterday have one thing in common. They all have a black mayor.
Facts.
There it is.
Not be distracted from what is happening here. And what we have to be very mindful of is we also have a responsibility to our folk. And this is why you hear me say all the time, we're going to give your children every single opportunity. But you have to be sure and know that there will be accountability if they continue to do some of the things that they're doing. We have to build that level of community accountability, too. As I said during the campaign and after, we knew at some point they were going to come back to us. Right? They started out with our Hispanic brothers and sisters, and everyone was like, well, it's not us, it's not us. Now you can see that they're switching their focus. They always come back home, right? Their focus is going to be switched, and we have to be mindful of that and operate in a way that we are understanding all the levers that they're going to try to pull. We have been making progress in Baltimore and all of these cities. We cannot allow them to distract us or come in and disrupt that because they want it to go up so that they can send in the National Guard, so that they can declare martial law, so that they can take local and state rights away. Do not be fooled.
Hey, man, Brandon Scott, as we say in old school, say less, man. Keep up the great work you're doing in Baltimore, the great work you're doing in Maryland. Like, it was so important for me to get you on the show this morning because I saw you make a statement, you put it on Instagram, but I wanted to hear directly from you because when I saw him say, and I quote, places like Baltimore, they're unsavable. I'm like, that's a lie. Like, how is he able to just get on national TV, do a blatant lie, and not have any consequences for that lie? It's crazy to me.
Unless people get checked, they're going to continue to do that, right? And they know the narrative. It's easier for folks to talk about these cities, but make no mistake about it. It is the blackness and the black leadership that is one of the causes of that.
Man, Brandon Scott, thank you so much, man. Keep up the great work, and as always, we always a phone call, text away.
All right, peace.
All right, man. Coming up next at 9:30, I just got confirmation. Our governor, Wes Moore, wants to check in. We'll hear from him at around 9:30. Be here.